What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Built from the Bottom. It's your favorite one-man bike building show, and today we are finally going to be working on the 2007 GSX R 1000. The fairing kit just came in for it, so check it out. So guys, right here is the fairing kit. I know people were very skeptical about me doing the wheels green and then the frame blue, but check out this fairing kit right here. So this is very similar to what the 2015 GSX R 1000s have on them. Check that out. These just came out absolutely beautiful. I gotta say, NT Fairings really killed it with this one right here, because this is gonna make this bike look like a 2015 in my opinion. I know I haven't shown this in a while, so I'll give y'all a little walk around of it. This bike is gonna be the sickest build I've done to date. I got cooler ones coming in the future. Let's get this thing rolling right now. I'm assuming I'm gonna start with installing the headlight assembly, hooking up the wiring harness for the gauge cluster and whatnot. So right there's my new headlight. This one I could have reused, but the tabs were broken here on the back side of it. So we're just gonna replace it with a brand new headlight. And we got this front cowl that we're gonna be putting on this thing. And check that out. They even did the Suzuki, the GSX R, like OEM. Absolutely mint. So let's get right into this. Check this out. I got the whole headlight assembly in place, running light, high beam, low beam, all the wires where they need to be. I'm also going to be running a steering dampener eliminator here on the front of the bike. This is just kind of a trial to see if I like this or not. I really don't know. I have no opinions on that yet. We're gonna mount this thing up. It just gets held in with these 2 points right here. Plug in the gauge cluster, plug in the main front harness. That thing looks sick. I also put the air rams in place, so those are all good to go. The next piece to put on is going to be this side cowling. It's not the part of the belly, it's just like a side cowl. Hooks on right there. So let's get these on. And I also pulled all of the OEM stuff out of the box. This is what I got. You know, I feel like I got most of it, but all of the hardware that's OEM is still on these plastics, so I'm gonna slowly be pulling off what I need and what I don't have. I always keep in stock M6 and N5 hardware with washers. I'm a little low right now, but that should be enough to finish this project up. But let's get these little side belly pieces on. Alright guys, I was a little skeptical on how the color match on the fairings were going to be to the frame, because when I looked at just with that front piece on, it looked way lighter than the frame. But then you look at it right here, since I got these side pieces on, and it looks pretty dang close. Like, this might be a little bit lighter, but it's all about the way, look on camera, it looks like it's color matched pretty good, because this is powder. Obviously it's never going to be exactly the same, but then you come back here, catch it from that angle, it looks like it's color matched perfectly, just completely perfect. I just wanted to kind of point that out. I don't know if it's matched or not, but I know the greens are identical, and on camera this does look like it's matched. I'm just been very, very skeptical with color matching because I have an issue out here with some color match. So I know I said I was going to start the video off with the Daytona 675, but look at this tank, so off. So that's why I'm all off on getting stuff color matched right now, because it's just in my head that stuff isn't matching, and then I look at it right here, I'm like, it doesn't really match. But that's enough of me rambling about color matching. Right here's the side belly fairing, and yes, I just put on a dirty heat shield. I am not ready to get wet with it being like 40 degrees outside right now, so that's going on the bike like that. But I did put on some fresh heat shield underneath it. Let's slap this side fairing on, and we're gonna have to do something before we can slap the other side fairing on. Dude, you guys, like, literally my dream right now. Like, this is my dream bike. Like, wow. Just wow. Let's get to the other side. I can't piece together that fairing and put it on yet because, boom, our stator cover's all scratched up. But good thing I ordered a new one. Where is it? It's right here. And I got a gasket for it in there. So let's pop this thing off and then we can get the other side fairing on and get this thing looking mint. Let's hope this doesn't make a total mess. I got paper towels underneath it in case some drips out, but it's either gonna be a little bit or a whole lot. Won't have a lot of oil coming out of it, but I don't know if you guys remember, because it was forever ago, that the guy, when he crashed the bike, it went into a pond and then there was water inside of the engine when I started it up and I pushed it all out and got it to start up and run. And check that out, we got some milk in there. I'm gonna put this new cover on. I'm probably gonna have to go through like 3 cycles of putting oil in it so I can get all that milk out. But she is milky, check that out. There we go, got the new stator cover right here, all good to go. Now we're gonna mount her up to the bike and then we can get this fairing on this bad boy. I already kind of got it pieced together and we're also gonna see if I can save this mangled piece of heat shield, which I hope I can. I think I can bend it back to normal, but we'll mess with that once we get this all put together. Sweet, I was able to save this heat shield and I also was able to switch over that little plastic piece, which I never get. I got it on both sides, so this thing does still look completely OEM. Talk about plastic pieces, I ended up finding the little dampener that goes on this right side air ram that keeps it from rattling. It doesn't seem like it'll rattle right now. I really don't want to put this thing together knowing that I have this now, so I'm gonna have to pull this fairing back off, and while I have that off, I realized it's gonna be pretty difficult to run the wires for the mirrors with all of that stuff already on there. So I'm gonna mount these mirrors up and run the wiring and also put on, where'd I put it? Windscreen right there while I have the front back taken apart. So let's pull this belly fairing off, deal with that, and then get to putting this belly fairing back on, or on for the first time. It might look like I'm going backwards, but I'm really not. I kind of had to reevaluate everything when I couldn't get this windscreen on, and I just ended up taking off the whole front end of the bike, and now I have it all pieced together properly, but I had to loosen up this, I want to say the running light, to fit the windscreen inside of there. Now I got the bolts on for the windscreen, I got the mirrors all wired up, I got the steering dampener in place. Now all I got to do is mount the gauge cluster back up inside of here, and then put it on the front of the bike, and everything in the front end of the bike should be good to go. I really hope I put the right wires on for the turn signals, because it's going to be very hard to get to this with it being on the bike. So it's 3 in the morning right now. The camera died, which means it's kind of time to go home, but I'm not going to go home until I get this other side plastic on. We got this whole front end together. I got all the wiring in place. Look at those mirrors. I got the smoked out ones, the smoked out lenses on that, smoked out windscreen, double bubble, and check that thing out. Now let's get this other side plastic on, and then we're gonna call it a night, and I'll catch y'all in the morning. Alright, I actually lied. It's like almost 4 in the morning now. I got this side piece on, and I'm so excited about this build. I just can't leave here without putting on the rear tail section. I can't put the front fender on because I got some really janky hardware, and I need to go get washers for M6 bolts before I can put on that front fender. But I'm going to put this rear tail on. I know it's a little tricky on these bikes because you have to put the tail light into that middle section and then both turn signals into the side pieces and piece it all together and then slide it all on as one piece. But that middle piece only gets held on with those 2 bolts at the top, and then those end up hooking in here. I'm going to put the tail lights inside of these pieces first, and then I can put it on. Oh wait, I can put the undertail on first before I put the tail lights in there. I got this whole tail together. I thought it was cool to kind of keep like the clear lenses on the back of it, but this is a very hard tail to put on because you got to hook up your latch right here, and then you got to like kind of bend these out, but they only get held in with this piece right here, and try not to like break it off. So let's see if I can get this on there in the first shot without causing any damage. There we go, that's on there. Looks sick, but it's time for me to catch some rest. I'll catch y'all in the morning. Peace. It's the next day here, guys, and I just picked up my axles and everything that's going underneath this Jeep from Powder Coat, and it is a candy red. It really isn't showing up on camera too well, but I don't know if you guys have ever like gotten Christmas presents that are wrapped in like a red aluminum foil wrapping paper. That's exactly what this looks like, and it looks just insane. But the video here is about the GSX R 1000, and I'm sorry to say it, but I found out that my tank isn't done, and that's kind of like the main piece that we're missing for this build right now. I ended up putting on the cowl on this. I put the hardware for the backside of this front tank piece on, and we're just waiting on the tank. And also, I still have a couple things I need to do, like properly mount up that front fender. I just kind of got mocked up on there so it's not sitting on the floor. Put the new brake line on and put my chain on, but I broke my chain splitter, so I'm waiting for a new one to come in the mail. Other than that, once that stuff comes in, I will be getting out another video of me completing this bike and riding it. I already can see exactly what it's going to end up looking like, and this thing just looks so sick. But that's it for right now, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to go down there, hit that subscribe button, and if you liked it, you know, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see what's going on with this Jeep, stay tuned later this week. More Jeep content. Peace out, you guys.